Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're going to be doing a quick rundown deck tech for a deck that's kind of been going around the historic ladder, and it's based off new printing as part of the Alchemy set, and it's Hammertime in historic. So the deck itself is built around Colossus Hammer. It's an equipment kind of like aggro style deck with an artifact sub-theme. Now, normally you see Colossal Hammer. It's 1 mana. Target creature gets plus 10/10. However, it costs 8 to equip. But there's ways to cheat to make the equipped reduced cost, or to like auto-equipped with your creatures. We see this in Modern. It's one of the popular decks. The Hammertime deck. You use Sigarda's Aid, which is a card we will be getting on the Arena client as part of the Shadows over Innistrad Remastered. But for the time being, we got a new addition to the deck, and that's Kemba's Outfitter. So it's a 1 mana 2/1 cat, and cats are important in this deck. It's a cat tribal artifact, tribal equipment deck, Ornithopters. It's all a whole bunch of stuff. And I just want to give initial credit to this deck. Binary Soloist on Twitter came up with the initial idea. A lot of people have been playing it to relative success. So the Kemba's Outfitter, it's a 1 mana 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, you choose either an equipment in your hand or an equipment that you control, and it perpetually gains equipped 1. So you can bypass the equipped 8, and now it just becomes equipped 1. So for 1 mana, any of your creatures gets plus 10/10 power, which is a huge kind of burst to its power. You also have Kemba, Kha Enduring, 2 mana for a legendary creature. Whenever Kemba or another cat enters the battlefield you control, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to that creature. The creature gets plus 1/1. And then for 5 mana, you can create cat tokens. So this allows you to auto-equip as well. In the historic format, we also have access to Belt of Giant Strength, which gives target creature base power and toughness of 10/10. So a very similar effect in terms of giving your creature a big boost in terms of power. Now, normally this has equipped 10. This ability costs X less to activate, where X is the power target that it controls. So in a roundabout way, if you have your hammer equipped, this could become free to equip. You have Kemba, you have Kemba's Outfitter mixed in there as well. So this is a Lurrus shell. So your Lurrus also is a cat, so it triggers these auto-equipped as well. So running through the rest of the deck, we have the Ornithopter, Retrofitter Foundry kind of artifact combo. So for those of you who haven't seen it, with the Ornithopter, it's a Thopter, so you can go right away to the 3rd mode and sacrifice a Thopter, make a 4/4. Otherwise, it just lets you use it as a mana sink. You have Esper Sentinel as a tax effect to draw you some cards. Loran's Escape to give target artifact or creature hexproof and indestructible till end of turn to kind of protect your combo. You have Skrelv, Defector, Mite to both protect your creatures and provide kind of pseudo-unblockable in a way if your opponent has all single-color creatures. So a useful card there. Shadowspear as another equipment for lifelink and trample. While you can make very large creatures if your opponent has a way to kind of get around it, especially because this causes your creature to lose flying. So even your Ornithopter then can still be blocked. However, the Belt of Giant Strength still makes this a 10/10. So this also helps in the race, just gain a bunch of life. A couple copies of Springleaf Drum lets you kind of ramp out early. Ingenious Smith helps you find all your artifacts and your all your artifacts and equipment. And then the deck itself is running 19 lands, one of which is a Mutavault, which also can be a creature to attack, but also happens to be all creature types. So it's another Thopter for the Retrofitter Foundry. Really good mana in the deck, Razorverge Thicket, Temple Garden, Brushland, a couple pathways all mixed into there, so all your lands come into play untapped. Arena bug, I don't know if this is a bug or just this, but they haven't even got the UI to fully hide the sideboard. But the sideboard, it is a Lurrus shell, so typically in these kind of decks, like against Rakdos, you would normally see Wedding Announcement, but since you're playing Lurrus, okay, so I don't like this sideboard. So you have Fragment Reality as catch-all removal, just like 1 mana exile. Another Loran, 2 more Loran's Escapes as protection. Mana Tithe as just a counter spell against like sweepers or stuff like that. Sometimes you just need an extra turn. Portable Hole, the Mana Tithes also work really nice with the Esper Sentinel because your opponent might pay the tax and then you can get them. Portable Hole is kind of catch-all removal for smaller threats, Lurrus decks, mirrors. Devout Decree for red and black decks, Rakdos decks, mono red, mono black, kind of anything in the spectrum of that. Lion Sash as a equipment that can also be targeted with, like, can be found with your what's her name, Ingenious Smith, and its Graveyard Hate, and then Heroic Intervention is just another kind of protection spell for all your permanents. So that's it. Quick rundown of the deck. I'll post the deck list in the video description if you want to give it a shot. And we will be doing a full kind of deep dive in terms of historic best of one as part of a subsequent video for tomorrow. And you can kind of see what the kind of new alchemy cards are, and kind of just how Phyrexia is kind of impacting the historic format. So that's it for the week, or for the day, for the deck tech. As always, if you can, drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.